Hi there. Did you just get back from a long day climbing at the gym or outside at the crag? So did I. Welcome to Alex Yoga Corner. Let's do some yoga about it. I've written a stretchy flow for today's class that hopefully is something you can do anytime you finish climbing or doing any strenuous activity, really. But we're going to focus on a lot of core movement, a lot of hamstring stretching, and a lot of hip stretching, as well as some wrists and some arms. After a day of climbing at the crag, sometimes we can be surprised at which muscles we're working the hardest. So today, hopefully we'll work everything that feels a little sore. I'm right there with you. It's going to be a lot. Let's get started. So all together, find a tall, comfortable, easy seat. Sit on the bones of your butt instead of the flesh if you can, and inhale deeply. Exhale. Two more just like that. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Last one in all together. H-A. Continue to breathe. When we climb, we use a lot of different muscles. I don't have to tell you that. You already know that. So today we're going to try and be really gentle with our bodies, and we're going to stretch out in a way that feels good, but also maybe allows for some more capacity for movement in the future. All together, we'll start in our tall, comfortable, easy seat, and we're going to inhale our arms long overhead. Exhale, take a big side stretch over to your left-hand side so your right arm stretches long overhead. Maybe you look up past your elbow and breathe in. And maybe on your exhale, you stretch a little deeper to the side. Staying rooted down through your right hip bone. One more breath in. Exhale, deepen your stretch. Nice. Inhale up to center. And we'll exhale toward the opposite side now. Look up past your elbow, inhale, and drop your right shoulder away from your right ear. One more in, and grow heavier. Oh, that feels so good. Inhale up. On an exhale, we'll twist open to your left-hand side. So your right hand comes to left knee, left arm goes long back behind you. Breathe in. And on your exhale, maybe you even look over your left shoulder. I'm going to look at the camera because I'm a YouTube video, not a human being, and I'm going to breathe in. And exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, find length through your spine, grow tall. Exhale, wrap that left shoulder blade around your spine. Keep your right hand where it is. Inhale your left up, over, and across until it touches your right knee. We're going to take a big X shape with our elbows. Breathe in here. And maybe on your exhale, send your belly button toward your spine and your spine toward the back of your space. Here we're stretching out those big muscles in our upper back, the trapezius, the rhomboid muscles that work so hard when we climb. Maybe you're even feeling this in your lats a little bit. One more breath in. And deepen your stretch. Let that go. Inhale, shake it out. Exhale. Let's do the same thing on the other side now. Inhale up. And on your exhale, twist open to your right hand side. Try not to put your hand in an open candle flame behind you. And breathe in. On your exhale, maybe wrap your right shoulder blade around your spine and gaze out over your right shoulder. Inhale here, grow long. And exhale, twist. Don't crank too hard. One more breath in. And just gently twist. Now keep your left hand where it is and inhale your right up and over toward your left knee. Big X shape. It's almost like a baby eagle, if you know what eagle arms look like. Inhale here and exhale. Pull deeply on your knees. Send everything back behind you. Maybe you even tuck your chin toward your chest. If you're talking into a little microphone, maybe you talk really quiet so the microphone can hear you, and you breathe. And breathe out. How about one more breath in this big stretch? Exhale. Let that go. Inhale upright. Woo! Let's get started. Exhale, cross over to a tabletop position. So move over your crossed shins. Hands plant underneath your shoulders. Knees plant underneath your hips. And find that tabletop pose, neutral, Malasana in Sanskrit. We can just start to rock back and forth here. Your wrists are probably feeling pretty sensitive. If you don't already feel it in your forearms, you might in a second. We're just gonna find this pose and begin to settle. From here, we'll move into a gentle wrist stretch. Maybe your fingertips point out to the long edges of your mat, and you can stay right here, rocking from side to side, trying to keep the heels of your hands grounded if you can. Stay heavy in your left hand, rock over to the left. Heavy in your right hand, rock over to the right. And one more on each side. Oh, such a good forearm stretch. You can stay right here. If this is feeling sensitive, or if your wrists don't want to do more, you don't have to go further. But if you'd like to go a little deeper, maybe your fingertips point back behind you and your wrists point toward the front of your mat. You've probably seen people doing this at the climbing gym. You can rock forward and back here. And if this is feeling like way too much, maybe scoot your knees toward your fingertips for a little more ease here. And then you get a bigger range of motion, and you can rock back and forth, again, keeping grounded through the heels of the hands and getting a big, deep stretch through the belly of your forearm. Oh God, I don't want to leave the stretch, but we got to move on. How about one more exhale? And inhale, sit back on your heels and shake it out a little bit. Be really gentle. And maybe interlace your fingers to form a big fist and rock them in a figure 8 shape. The coach at my climbing gym, when he's coaching the team kids, I just learned this, he calls this making meatballs. So make some meatballs with your hands. When your wrists feel reset, we're gonna go back toward our tabletop shape. Inhale here. And on an exhale, bring the backs of your hands toward the earth. Press very gently. This can be a super sensitive spot for people. So fingertips face in towards each other, backs of the hands on the ground, and you can rock back and forth. Again, just finding centrality in this pose, finding a way that feels really good. You probably are putting more weight in your knees. That's okay here. Breathe in. And exhale, bend through your elbows, come low, and at your lowest point, make a big fist with your hands. We're gonna try our hardest to keep this fist now. As we inhale, straighten through your elbows. Keep that fist, keep that fist. Oh, your elbows probably won't come all the way straight. That's okay. We're just stretching through our wrists here. One more big deep breath in and out. On your inhale, rock back to your heels and shake it out. If you didn't already have enough Italian food before, let's make some more meatballs. It's like meatball dessert. Who doesn't want that after a nice meatball entree? Let's go back to tabletop bar Malasana. Shoulders directly over wrists, hips directly over knees if you scooted them forward before. And find this shape again. And then plant down through your hands, plant down through your knees, grow heavy in this pose. Breathe in. And on your exhale, create a big C shape with your body. Maybe your left shoulder comes toward your left hip and you gaze out over your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Create an opening in your right rib cage here. Inhale to center. And on your exhale, we'll go to the opposite side. Right shoulder comes toward your right hip. Breathe in. Exhale. Maybe you're opening through left rib cage. Breathe in toward center. And exhale to the left. We'll inhale to center. Exhale to the right. One more on either side. In. And out. Inhale. And out. Say it with me now. Yeah, you're alone. You're watching a YouTube video. You can make some silly noises. We're going to stay right here in tabletop, but first we're going to inhale left arm up. And then we're going to thread the needle. Send your left arm underneath your left elbow, palm facing the sky. And maybe your left shoulder comes toward the earth. And maybe you go upside down looking at your camera. And you maintain eye contact best you can. Breathe in. Exhale. Big core stretch here. Maybe you feel it in the outside of your left deltoid. And maybe if you want a little more depth, you can spider crawl your fingers, your right fingers, forward to the top edge of your mat. And stay. One more breath in. Exhale. Thread the needle pose. You crawled your right hand out, bring it underneath your right shoulder, and press upright tabletop pose. That felt so good. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale your right arm up. And on your exhale, thread the needle underneath your left elbow. Palm faces toward the sky. Eyes point up at your iPhone on its big tripod. Breathe in. And on your exhale, maybe you crawl your left hand forward to find more of a twisting stretch in your side body here. Breathe in. And out. One more right here. Exhale. Left hand under your shoulder again. Press up, breathe in. Exhale, stay. We'll take some cat-cow shapes now. Again, just getting all that fuzz out of our spine. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly. Pull your collarbone through your arms. And gaze high. Exhale, cat pose. Send your belly button toward your spine. Spine toward the ceiling. And press down through the heels of your hands. Inhale, cow. Shoulder blades knit together on your back if you can. Exhale, cat. Dome through your upper back, stretching your traps again. Inhale, cow. And exhale, last time to cat. You don't have to make those little race car noises, but I always do. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale, stay. I can't help it. I just make these like rocket ship, airplane, race car noises, whatever you want to call them. It's a high-speed machine, that much I know. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift your knees up off the earth for just a second. Bear pose. Exhale, stay right here. On your inhale, walk your feet forward just inside your palms. Oh boy, you probably already feel this in your hands if you're anything like me here. We'll come to forward fold for just a second. Inhale, hands toward your shins or your thighs, halfway lift. And exhale, deeply forward fold. Your hands don't have to come to the earth here. You can bend deeply through your knees and bring your belly toward your thighs and just enjoy the feeling of gravity pulling your spine down. Breathe in and exhale. Maybe your hands come toward ragdoll pose, hands at opposite elbows, or you can even interlace your hands behind your head and create more traction behind your neck. Hello again, little microphone. I love this because I get such intimate moments with my microphone, and we don't get to talk much outside making YouTube videos. Stay in your forward fold. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Breathe in and out. How about one more right here? Exhale, hands down. Inhale up, halfway lift again. Crown pulls long toward the top of the room. Exhale, heel toe your feet out just inside the wide edges of your mat and come to Malasana, yogi squat. Maybe your butt comes all the way down toward the earth and sits just above, or maybe if you're feeling really sensitive, you can stay a little high up. This is going to be more active in your quads. It's close to a chair pose, but if you're here or here or here, you're doing it right. Just know that. Malasana is what your body makes of it. Same thing with every yoga pose. I'm going to burp. One more breath in. And maybe burp it out. Oh, it didn't come up. Stay right here in your Malasana. Press elbows into knees, knees into elbows here. And maybe you start to feel an opening in the outsides of your hips. Our hips work really hard when we climb, at least mine do. But I'm a very leggy climber. I can't pull super hard, so I push. I work really hard with my lower body because my upper body is very weak, which is something I'm working on. One more breath here. And out. We're going to stay in this Malasana, and I'm going to tilt so that you can see exactly what I'm doing here. We're going to take something that's not very yogic, but it does feel really good. This can be a nice warm up or cool down movement. It's an internal rotation of the hips. Stay right here, breathe in and come as upright as you can. And on your exhale, internally rotate your left knee toward the earth. See if you can keep the line of your left foot touching the ground. Maybe your knee comes all the way down, maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. Inhale up. Exhale, same thing on the other side. Take it nice and slow. This might feel strange in your knee, so if you feel any kind of pinching or pain, listen to that. I'm just a YouTube video. Inhale up. And we'll do 2 more on either side. Left knee comes toward the earth, internal rotation of the hip. If you did drop knees today, this might feel crazy. Exhale, right knee down. 1 more up. Left knee down. Inhale, center. Last one, right knee down. Wow. Inhale up, Malasana squat. And I've got a fun little transition for us together. So if you're in your Malasana and you're really low like I am, maybe you can walk your feet in towards each other and then begin to spread your knees out wide and send your butt down. So we're in bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana, otherwise known as seated star, or whatever you learned this as. This is a very common stretch wherever you go. Maybe your hands interlace outside your toes. Maybe you scooch forward on your meditation cushion so you're sitting on the bones of your butt instead of the flesh. Inhale, come upright. And on your exhale, maybe send your collarbone toward, there's that burp I was expecting before. Send your collarbone toward your toes. Do your best here to keep a nice long spine. Maybe you even find a semblance of cow shape, knitting your shoulder blades together behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, send everything forward. This can be a very aesthetic shape, so you probably see this on Instagram with people's knees all the way touching the ground. If they're not, if your knees aren't touching, neither are mine. Don't worry about it. It's cool. If you're feeling something, you're doing it right. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, find length through your crown last time. And exhale toward your deepest Baddha Konasana fold. Oh, that feels so good. Inhale, upright. Stack your vertebrae one at a time on top of each other until your head stacks on top of your shoulders. Close your knees together like a book. We're done reading for now. What were you reading? I'm reading a Cormac McCarthy book. It's upsetting. Press your feet toward the top edge of your mat. Inhale, staff pose. Scoot your meditation cushion back behind you again so you're sitting on the bones of your butt and not the flesh. Press your palms down. Come long through your head. Golden cord pulls you up high. Maybe it's a 9mm Adam Andra limited edition Mammut rope. That's what I have. Inhale here. And on your exhale, begin to spider crawl your fingertips forward, forward, forward. Again, trying our best to keep an integrated long spine, just like before. Exhale. Flex your toes in towards your shin to create more activation in your hamstrings. Look how beat up my legs are. Holy cow. I was climbing in Three Sisters Park in Evergreen, Colorado. The rock there is so beautiful, but it's really abrasive, and I was wearing shorts, so I got pretty cut up. How about 2 more breaths in your staff? Where were you climbing? Tell me all about it. I'm listening. Wow. And was it pretty? Oh, cool. So lucky. Did you send your proj? That rules, dude. Nice job. Virtual fist bump. 1 more breath in. And exhale, grow heavy. On your inhale, drag your palms toward your hips, sit upright. And we've come to my favorite shape in the practice. This is called half shoelace pose or half cow face, depending which school you come from. But sometimes people give me a weird look when I say it's called half cow face, so I just say half shoelace. Inhale, bring your right sole of the foot toward the earth so it presses down, and see if you can keep equal weight on your hip bones here. We're gonna stack our right knee on top of our left here. It might feel difficult to get it there. If it does, don't worry about it. You can go toward Janu Shirshasana just like this and still get a good stretch in your hamstring. If this feels okay though, and you're able to stack your right knee on top of your left, we're gonna get a really deep stretch in the outside of our right hip by doing it this way. Flex both sets of toes in towards your shins to create action in the ligaments of your knees and protect them. Inhale, sit upright. And exhale, begin to walk forward, spider crawl, half shoelace. This is pretty intense. This is really intense. I like this stretch because we get a lot done here. We stretch the outsides of both hips as well as the hamstrings and get much more activation than we might elsewhere without this weight pressing our thigh toward the earth. Let's stay here for 3 full breaths, and I'm not even going to talk. Can you believe it? Breathe in and out. 2 more in. Exhale, stay. Find stillness, 1 more breath in. Exhale. Wow. Inhale, drag your palms toward your hips again. On your exhale, plant both soles toward the earth and windshield wiper your knees back and forth to get a nice reset through your hips. Oh, did that feel good or what? Let's do it again on the other side. Both soles toward the top edge of your mat. Breathe in and out. This time, left sole comes toward your butt, I guess. Press your heel as far in toward your butt as you can. And on your exhale, cross your left foot over. Left knee stacks on top of your right knee this time. Flex both sets of toes in toward your knees. Breathe in. And on your exhale, collarbone toward your toes. You don't need to go that deep to feel it. I don't have to tell you that. You're probably already feeling it. Half shoelace pose, Ardha Gomukhasana. Let's stay here for 3 full breaths and see if you can find stillness and just trust the pose. Breathe in and out. Inhale, you got this. Exhale. Last deep breath in. Exhale. Actually, I explained it in the last side, so let's do 2 more breaths because we got to make up some symmetry. 1 more breath in. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale, draw your hands toward your hips. Lean back, feet come down, and knees windshield wiper back and forth so we get a nice reset through both hips. Oh my goodness. Woo! All right, that's about it for low body. We're gonna do 1 quick upper body stretch and then we're gonna call it a day. For me, I've struggled with tendonitis in my entire climbing career. Since I pull really hard in this, pronated grip, this puts a lot of stress on the tendon of your elbow. If you've ever experienced climber's elbow, this might be a nice way out of it. We're gonna stretch our triceps, which sounds wrong. It sounds counterintuitive. We're flexing our biceps a lot, but the more we stretch our triceps, the more we create room. This is just an intuitive way to think about it. If you have real questions about this, see a physical therapist. We're gonna create room for these tendons in our arms. So we're gonna stretch out our triceps a little bit. Inhale your right arm long up over your head and then bend at the elbow and maybe your palm comes to touch your spine. You can stay right here and just press your head into your arm. Already, this is creating a deep stretch through the outside of my tricep. You can breathe here and stay, or you can inhale your left arm up and over and maybe gently start to pull on that right elbow. Inhale here, exhale, stay. This is a nice place to check in with your ribs, see if they're flaring out, and if so, like mine always do, knit them in. Create a big vertical stack in your torso instead of this banana spine. See if you can bring your ribs in. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Wow. Inhale up. And exhale, flutter down. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm up and over. Bend at the elbow now. Palm comes toward your spine, and maybe you stay right here and just press your head into your forearm and create this deep stretch in your tricep. Inhale here. Exhale, knit your ribs in. If you want to go deeper, you can inhale your right arm up and then cross it so you pull gently on the tip of your left elbow, maybe deepen your stretch. We're getting a nice shoulder stretch here as well. Honestly, climbing, if you do any yoga afterward, you're going to be in great shape. We're just trying to target some specific muscles here. How about 2 more breaths? And while we breathe, you can tell me more about your proj. Whoa, that sounds hard. And you did it with a high foot? That sounds so sick. I gotta try it. Do you hate this? Maybe I won't do this next time. Inhale last time. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, cactus shape. Draw your elbows toward your lats. Just getting a nice heart opener here. Open your chest toward the sky. Exhale, stay. Inhale up. And exhale, hands toward the earth. Soles of the feet come toward the earth. And we'll take a seated variation of Apanasana. Tiny little ball pose. Squeeze everything in right here. And on your exhale, maybe tuck your chin in toward your chest and give each knee a little kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Say thank you so much, body. I love you so much, body. You can do so much cool stuff, body. One more breath in your Apanasana. And out. You can stay right here. I'm going to let you go if you want to do a Shavasana of your own making. Or maybe you just take this energy with you to the crag next time. Take a few new stretches if you learned them. A few old stretches if they felt good. Thanks so much for joining me today in Alex Yoga Corner. I'll be here every week with something new. I'll see you next time. Bye. Nice.